again, everybody. Officer Boisvert, Sunapee Police Department, with a follow-up / part 2 to last summer's ride-along video that we did. Before we get on with it, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who watched the first video. We've had, at the time of this recording, over 300,000 views on that video, which is just unbelievable for a town of only about 3,300 people. So again, thanks for all your views and your comments and your feedback. We do appreciate it, so much so that I went ahead and bought myself some prescription sunglasses, because I know a lot of you were commenting about that, so I appreciate your feedback. But anyway, today's video is going to be a little bit different than what we did last summer. We're going to be heading out onto Lake Sunapee for a boat patrol this afternoon. Sun's shining. It's a really hot July day here in Sunapee. It's a summer town, so we got a lot of boat traffic. You might remember in the last video I showed you the boat a little bit, so we're going to get into a little bit more depth about that, why we use the boat, where we use the boat, and yeah, let's go. Okay. So as many of you may know, the town of Sunapee borders the entire western half of Lake Sunapee, which is one of the largest lakes in New Hampshire. And for that reason, the police department utilizes this police boat to respond to emergencies along with the fire department out on Lake Sunapee. We do have several islands that are also in the jurisdiction of Sunapee, so it makes this police boat very useful to respond to emergencies, anything that we need to do out in the lake. We use it quite frequently, not just to respond to emergencies, but to patrol the lake, especially on days that are pretty busy. Today's a Thursday, so it's not too busy out here, but anybody who's been boating on a weekend knows that this place gets pretty hectic, especially on a hot summer day. So it's definitely useful for that. We're gonna head out there and see what we can get into, and come on. So a large part of what we do with this police boat is just presence. So a lot of people, especially people on vacation or from out of state, don't realize that there are a significant number of laws that they need to follow on the lake. You know, we understand that people are out on vacation having a good time, but people need to be cognizant of the fact that, you know, the lake is a very dangerous place to be, especially when you're not paying attention, especially when alcohol is introduced. So just being out here and being a presence of law enforcement on the water, I think, makes a big difference in this town. There are a lot of differences between doing boat patrol and road patrol. There's a lot of logistical issues that you have to take into consideration when you're out here. You have to be a lot more aware of your surroundings, but there are also a lot of similarities. Like right now I'm just patrolling, looking for anything unusual, checking for violations, making sure people's boats are registered, making sure people have life jackets on, especially for kayakers and young children. Those are the biggest things that we try to keep an eye out for out here. Right now we're heading into one of our other no wake zones. This is known as Job's Creek. It's an area we get a fair amount of complaints on. You know, I think a lot of out-of-staters or visitors are not aware that this is a no-wake zone, and they come through here pretty quickly. So it's an area that we like to come through and just be present, just be seen. One of the biggest violations that we see, you know, aside from just minor traffic violations out here on the lake, is DWI, or in this case BWI, boating while intoxicated. What a lot of people don't realize is that in the state of New Hampshire, driving a boat while intoxicated carries the same weight and penalties as driving while intoxicated on the road. So a lot of people don't think about it because, like I said earlier, they're out on vacation having a good time, enjoying the lake, and it's really important that people are aware that you still cannot be impaired by alcohol on the lake. We've seen many crashes all over the country, and the vast majority of boating fatalities can be attributed to
103 clear
alcohol consumption. So we're just trying to educate people on that, make sure people are aware that, you know, while it's okay to have a good time, it's not okay to be impaired by alcohol driving a boat. So your next question might be, well, how do you know if somebody is drinking and driving on the water? Because we don't have a place that we can do walk and turn tests or one leg stand tests like you might have seen on TV. But what we do have is a set of tests that have been nationally approved. They do hold up in court, and they're adapted to a sitting position. So we can have people sit on the front seat of our boat right there, and we can conduct those field sobriety tests to make sure that they are hopefully not impaired by alcohol. But if they are impaired, then they will be placed under arrest and charged with boating while intoxicated. We border the entire western half of Lake Sunapee. We share the jurisdiction of the lake with the towns of Newbury to the south and New London to the north. We also share jurisdiction with New Hampshire State Police's Bureau of Marine Patrol. Their primary objective is to enforce boating laws on public bodies of water in the state of New Hampshire. So we leave the real nitty-gritty stuff up to them, but we're just as capable and just as eligible to enforce any boating laws that we may see on the lake. Some of those laws, specifically in Sunapee Harbor, are going to be related to the no wake zone. So up until that buoy marker that you see right in front of us and then all the way inshore is what's known as a no wake zone, whereas boats need to travel at no wake speeds like this Malibu is on our left. The reason being is, you know, large wakes can create property damage. It can be dangerous in really congested areas, so that's why we like to keep speed to a minimum in this area. Go ahead and keep it in neutral. I'll pull right up to you. Good afternoon, guys. My name is Officer Boisvert with the Sunapee Police Department. The reason I'm stopping is you're displaying last year's registration.
Yeah, we've had trouble getting it because the people in New London and Bob Speaking Marina doesn't anymore. And
okay.
I don't know how do we get one?
Okay, so you guys are from New London then?
Well, no, we have a house in Sunapee, but we're from Massachusetts and we don't know how do we get one from?
Okay, so
last year we went to New London and now you can't go there.
Right, so if you call your local town office, they should be able to help you out with that.
Okay, so we can just call.
Yep. So
Newbury?
if you have a property in Newbury, you should be able to call and work on getting a registration
Okay.
detail.
I mean, we went online and tried to figure it out, and I couldn't figure out anything anywhere to.
Yeah, it can be tricky
ask.
online, but the other thing you can do is you can reach out to Marine Patrol in Guilford directly, and they might be able to help you out with that too.
Okay.
Marine Patrol in Guilford.
Yeah, so they're the state agency that enforces most boating laws in New Hampshire. So I'm with the Sunapee Police Department, so we just enforce boating laws in Sunapee, but they're the statewide jurisdiction. They're part of state police.
Okay.
So they might be able to help you out with something
Marine
like that.
Patrol in Guilford.
Yep.
Or call Newbury and see if
Correct.
we
I
can
would
get
call
there.
Newbury first at town office.
Okay.
So that being said, the boat is not registered then for this year.
It isn't. I mean, just because it's the pandemic, we sort of.
Yep. Okay, and I appreciate your honesty about
that.
Yeah,
we didn't know how to do it.
Yep.
We tried.
You got your license and registration with you on board? I'll take last year's registration if you have it.
Yeah, we could. Right?
Okay. Do you have a photo ID on you, sir?
No.
You don't? Okay, that's fine.
I don't. Is that not my license?
It is your boating license,
Oh.
but not your driver's
Oh,
license.
no, I got a credit card.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't.
That's your date of birth? I was going to take a picture of this and get you guys out of here.
Okay.
You guys got life jackets for yourselves on board?
Yes, that we definitely do.
Okay,
They're all under there.
Two, and we have that one.
We got 3.
perfect. I see your fire extinguisher, that's good. You got something that makes noise like a horn or a whistle?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a whistle.
We got a whistle.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh, perfect, yeah. The worst is when people are like, yeah, it's right here and blow it right in my face.
No, I'm not gonna.
I didn't think so.
Here's the whistle.
So I appreciate that.
Our chart.
Right, okay. And then a Type 4 throwable, like a seat cushion or a throw ring. You got one of those
We
on
got
board with you?
tons of seat cushions.
The ones that are like US Coast Guard approved, they got red handles on them. Perfect, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Are other people having the same problem we're having?
Not that I've seen.
No?
No, and most of them are local though. I'm not sure if it'd be different for a
Yeah,
Massachusetts
we're not.
resident.
Well, yeah,
but-
so we can't get it in Massachusetts, and we weren't up here enough to know.
Yeah.
And we went. I mean, I went online several times, and I couldn't find an easy way to order it online.
So Newbury Town Hall will be open tomorrow if you guys want to give them a call.
I have to go there anyway for something else.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Yeah,
so
so
we will
they'll
do
be able
that.
to help you out with that.
Okay.
But at any rate, you guys are all set. Okay, just make sure you get that taken care of.
You okay if we
Appreciate
park
it.
and get our food?
Oh yeah, you guys. I'm
Okay.
not telling you to go home or anything
Okay.
like that. No.
All right.
You guys are fine. Just
Thank you.
I know some officers around here who might write a ticket for that. So
we appreciate that.
just a warning from me today, but just be safe on the water, okay?
We're definitely gonna. Thank you for letting us know how we might be able to do it.
Sure, no problem.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Pop. So basically what happened there is we were just on patrol in Sunapee Harbor, and I happened to notice that boat on our left that was displaying last year's registration decal, meaning that the boat was probably not registered. Pulled up, activated my lights, pulled up to them, they stopped, they were very nice. They said that they were from Massachusetts, and they weren't able to obtain proper registration this year because of the coronavirus pandemic that's been going on worldwide. It's kind of on them to be able to, you know, get in touch with their town hall, get in touch with Marine Patrol to get their boat registered, but we're not going to gig them too hard on that today. They're just the people who are trying to enjoy the lake on this nice day. So just a warning, and we educated them a little bit about how they can obtain that registration decal and make sure that they're properly registered. They had all their safety equipment with them. He had an active boating license. They definitely weren't drinking. So we're not trying to jam people up too much on things like that. So all in all, a good stop. I think the people on that boat were educated about what to do next, and ultimately that's our goal out here anyway. So. All right, so here we are, day 2 of our boat patrol video. Today we're on Lake Sunapee on a Sunday afternoon. So obviously it's a nice sunny day in August here. There's a lot more boat traffic out. Personally for me today, I'm working just an overtime shift out here on the lake. That's why I'm just, you know, in our regular boat patrol uniform, a lot simpler uniform, a lot more comfortable out here on the lake to be in this than black polyester. So we're gonna head out there and see if we can't enforce some laws.
A red, white, and black Supra near the Birch Point buoy. They believe they've struck something with their prop and are drifting into the rock area. That's something you can take care of.
For our team, notify Marine Patrol as well.
Will do. The 5614 and from Marine Patrol, there's nobody out there.
Could you hop in? Yep. Yeah.
They swam the boat forward, but
Okay.
I think we are stumped.
We're just trying to keep us from drifting into the rocks.
Okay, yep, no problem. I'll grab it.
Oh my God, you had a look
Just see
at
if
it.
Osborne's is available for itself.
All that lifeguard training with a scissor kick. Came in handy.
Thank you guys for your help.
Yeah, no problem. Who's the one driving? Okay, can you get to see your license and registration?
Yeah.
I'll keep you guys up.
Thank you, appreciate
You got any oxygen?
You guys don't have an anchor on board with you?
We do. I'm just trying to pull us out away.
Oh, okay.
that. Oh no,
From the
no, we
rocks.
didn't. We weren't intending to go in.
Oh, I understand.
We just were-
But if you guys have an anchor on board with you, if you want to drop it right now and wait for the tow, that'd be the best option. So yeah, stand by on your license and go ahead and drop that anchor. That way you're not drifting in the rocks.
Okay, so
Where
how
are they
do we
going to
get a
tow us
tow?
to?
I got one coming for
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Where are they going to tow us to? A boatworks or back
It
to their...
depends on what they want to do.
Yeah.
You guys are probably closer to Sunapee Harbor right now. They might tow you in there.
Yeah.
But at any rate, yeah, you're going to want to get that anchor going really quick. We're drifting in some rocks here.
I know.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there a way to drop them off so they don't have to come with us?
Oh, no,
Fine.
I don't want you to. Oh, there, you're not going to take them. They'll take them.
No, we typically don't like to tow boats as the police department just because it's
Yeah.
a liability and that, although, sorry.
But did you take 2 people until they're done?
Typically not.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't like to transport people either. I know that sounds like what do you do? But we're out here.
I didn't say that.
614 Osborne to the group.
Yeah, tow trucks coming. Or tow boat, I should say.
Uber.
That's right.
Oh my God. We literally just picked them up. And he turned the corner and
You guys from around here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we live on
we
Birch
You guys
Point.
are on Birch Point. I'll let you guys go because it sounds like that anchor's catching pretty good. So.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm going to be drifting in the area. I'll get him his registration. Alright, so basically what happened there is we got a call for somebody who was struck some rocks with a propeller. Looks like they cut too far inside of this buoy here and wound up in the rocks. We got a good location on them. We came around the corner, they were waving us down, so we were able to find it pretty good. The boat operator was in the water, told them to get back in the boat. Then approached them and made sure that they weren't on the rocks. Had them drop their anchor, and now we're just sitting by waiting for the towboat to come by and pick them up. How's it going? Just leave the boat neutral, I'll pull right up to you. Just leave it in neutral, I'll pull right up to you. Here's Officer Boisvert, Sunapee Police Department. The reason I'm stopping you today is because you're displaying last year's registration decal.
I think I got them. The guy when I launched it said you can look it up on your computer.
Yep, we'll be able to check it. I just wanted to make sure that it actually is registered for
I'm
this
pretty
year.
sure I did.
Okay, fair enough. Before I go check, you got your license and registration? Don't think your boating license? Perfect. Don't think I have the registration. Okay. But you do believe it is registered for
I
this
do
year?
believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I registered my other boat and camper and all stuff all one time online.
Okay.
And I just think I missed putting it on this one.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna just copy down the number, and then I'm gonna separate from you guys for a minute and do some paperwork, and then I'll meet up with you again.
Thank you.
Afterward.
It expired 12/31 of 2019.
Could you print that to 600, please? All right, so basically what happened there is we saw that he had an expired registration sticker, pretty similar to the stuff that we had before. The difference is this time he had no excuse. He said, yeah, I thought I registered it, I must have forgot. We confirmed with dispatch that it was an expired registration. So we did issue a citation today for not having the boat registered. Obviously we're not trying to be out here ruining people's days, but something like that, we're into August now, we're well into the summer. He had no good excuse of why his boat wasn't registered, so we just explained that to him and issued the citation, and he'll have to get his boat registered. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, so that concludes our boat patrol ride along video. I want to appreciate you guys watching, and don't be afraid to leave some comments down below and some suggestions for future videos. We've got some ideas floating around, but we want to hear from you guys too about what you recommend. It's nice that we're able to work and live in a community where we can have access to the lake and stuff like that. It's really a lot of fun to be out there, not only on the road but on the water as well. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.